Okay, back on the 5x10 camper again. I've got a bunch of fans running in here because it's a little bit hot today, so the fans are going to make some noise. You can see right there, it looks like it's about 85 degrees. Bit of a cold spell today, so I'm still running the fans. I'm not wearing a jacket. Hot. Okay, so you can see this is my left side or driver's side panel or side of the camper. This is my right side or passenger side of the camper. This is a scrap that I cut from this piece here. You can see there. You could trace off of that and cut from that, but I just don't recommend it. So then you see the scrap up here, from which I cut from here. You can lay that on the next piece of draw it there, then sandwich your two pieces together and sand them. But I'm not going to do that. You're going to get a little bit off, and you could save yourself a couple hours of sanding while lining up. Let's see, can you see this for me? Yeah. While lining up the bottom edges here of the camper walls, with the front edge and the back edge back here. And then draw out your line. And I did pre-draw a line on here just to prove my point. So we'll see how far off it is. This line I'm going to be cutting from is going to be the dark line. Looking inside my ear. Can you see out through the ear? I'm really tired. Long day at work. Come home and fiddle with the camper a little bit. Kind of blow off some steam. And what we'll do is we'll move one profile over just a little bit out of the way. Give it some room to work. I'm going to pick the hole. Don't mess up. Not like that. Then I cut this piece. Then I'll move the dolly and cut the next piece. I recommend using a nice blade, nice new blade each time you cut. I know that it seems kind of extravagant, but again, it saves a lot of time sanding and chewing it up. And I don't recommend cutting on high speed. Just pick out a moderate speed that you can keep up with, as in cut a certain amount, you don't have to, you know, basically your saw is just chewing all the time. Make sure I have all the lights on. Here we go, let's cut. 4 pattern. Oops, look at that. There's a little bit of a difference there. A little bit off. Put these two together. They're a little bit off. This one has a dip in. This was more true on. So from here, I'll take a belt sander and well, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this curve right here. Cut this curve, and then once I get that cut, I'll move both pieces together and match them up somewhere in the middle, because they're not going to be perfect. So, you know, you can imagine that looks pretty close to perfect right there. Imagine they're off just a little bit like that. You split the difference, what makes you happy, and then clamp them together and take your belt sander and go around the edges. So I won't bore you with that one. You can pretty much imagine that. It's not a big deal. And then the next phase after that will be probably throwing down some polyurethane, or I don't know. I think I'll probably polyurethane the inside and the floor first, and then put a 2-part epoxy resin on the outside of the walls, and put the walls up, and then get my spars up from right along here. Get my spars up, and then decide what I'm going to do with doors. Am I going to make doors? Am I going to get some store-bought doors? I don't know. Okay, thanks for hanging in there. See you on the next video.